ToyTractorTimes.com is a 2016 National Farm Toy Show with Christian Oyster from Alliance, Ohio. And congratulations, you placed second at the show with a very nice looking display.
Thank you, Jason.
And it's certainly well deserved because there was a lot of good displays, good competition this year. And we'll take a look at the Toy Farmer Trophy here with the gold John Deere 8650. Very nice plaque and definitely a nice piece to take home and well deserved.
Thank you.
So I'm assuming this must be Ohio countryside during the summer.
Sure is. Yes, it is. Modeled after just a farm in northeast Ohio, where I'm from.
Well, first up, it looks like we've got a John Deere 9500 Maximizer combine and
John Deere 9600.
9600.
Did the it's got a 25-foot head on it. Christy did the reel for me. I did the head, the middle part. It's got a 3D printed auger reel in it, and then it has standy ends, and I scratch built the middle part. Customized the combine with some Moore's detail parts, metal rims, nice new tires.
I like the detail with a screen in the back and hopper extension. Moore's makes some great parts for combines.
Yes, they do.
So we put a few pictures of this up on Toy Tractor Times Toy Talk, and several of the members were commenting on the Kilbros cart. And what tractor is pulling it up here?
That's a 4450 John Deere.
Okay.
I customized that a little bit. It started out as one of the Authentic series. Changed the front axle on it, just scratch built, or actually it's a Moore's one. Scratch built the tie rods on it, and it's got the Authentic front tires, and it's got the Authentic outer duals with the 4440 John Deere rubber on the back, and weathered it up a little bit, put some extra details on it.
So Kilbros is originally from Ohio.
Sure are.
Very popular.
Very
been
popular
up
in
that way
Ohio.
and very popular.
Yes, they are.
What model cart is this?
That's a 490.
Okay.
I scratch built that out of styrene. The hardest part on that was probably doing the auger to make it so it pivots right and doesn't break off. I put it all together, got it painted, got it detailed, and went to put the auger up, broke it off. So I'm having to restart. It came out real good. I was real happy with it.
Well, looks like maybe an oil well here. Or?
Yep, oil tank. I'm going to school for oil and gas, so I felt I had to include something about that.
That's good.
On the display. That's something real common to see in Ohio on the side of a field, an oil tank.
Well, I like the detail of the roadside with the power lines. So where did you find the power lines? I mean,
Those are actually a Walther's kit.
Okay.
It's Walther's telephone pole or utility pole kit, and they're very nice, very easy to put together. Just a nice touch, nice detail.
It's a good detail. I like how they're running on the roadside and then all the way down the farm and out to the barn. And so we've got a roadside. It looks like it must have rained recently or got some water.
Got some water recently.
Got the farm F-250 and
got the old farm wagon. Truck. It's a spec cast cart. I just cut it down to fit the size of the head.
Okay.
Makes it a little bit smaller.
The first customized one. That's great. So then we got a Massey Ferguson 1800 and Landau on the road.
Yep, the scratch built the Landau. Chris Steve did the Massey Ferguson. Did a real nice job.
I was going to wonder if Massey Ferguson and Chris had some influence here.
It sure is.
We definitely, thanks to Chris, seen a lot of Masseys on national displays in recent years. We got the mailbox here on the roadside.
Yep, that's 3D printed by Aaron Jensen. Those are very nice. It does a great job. It's a great detail.
That's one thing I've seen at the show this year is that not only is equipment being 3D printed, but about every aspect of the farm life is available now from different kits.
Yep.
So we've got the farm's Ford Louisville sitting here on the laneway, getting filled up with wheat.
Yep, those are the new top shelf replicas. Very nice trucks.
They sure are. They really stand out.
Yes, they did. They hit the ball out of the park with those.
So I like your sign here. You see these in front of restaurants and drive-in movies and
the arrow boards.
Flea markets.
I was driving down the road one day and saw one of those, and I thought, I got to build one. So it's
good.
Just finished that up on Tuesday night before the show, and thought it was a kind of a nice little detail.
Well, this must be a hayfield out here.
Yep, hayfield, pasture, whatever is needed for it at the time.
Looks like we've got a cow in distress or being stubborn.
Yeah, we got a show cattle. They're going to be being trained.
Now, I know that driving through Ohio, you see a lot of these great bicentennial signs on barns, 1803 to 2003.
Yep.
And I like how you've added the detail on the side of the display, just showing the bicentennial barn information.
Yep. Slide out include some facts, since not that many people probably from Iowa have seen Ohio bicentennial barns. There's 88 of them originally. One of them burnt down. There's 87 of them left, one in every county. And so when I was building the barn, I decided I needed something to make it really pop. I thought the Ohio Bicentennial painting really stood out.
So does that mean that the barn was built in 1803, or is
No,
it
not
just that
necessarily.
they, or
It's
just
they
that
just
they picked a
random
barn
barns to paint.
That's great. Well, let's take a look inside the barn, because there's always, you know, it's just great to go in these old barns and look at all the architecture that goes in them, and looks like they're bringing in some straw that was baled.
Yep, that's it. That's modeled after the neighbor's barn. It's piece by piece, board by board, modeled after their barn. We went and measured it and cut all the boards, put it together, and it was a long time in the making. But boy, it came out great.
It sure is. Now, this is a feed room over here to the side.
Yep, those
to
are
the sides?
granaries. There's 3
Okay.
granaries in the barn.
Oh, that's you know, before grain bins and silos, you'd get
Yep.
all kinds of feed stacked up in these barns in
Yep, that's
addition to
what the
hay and straw.
neighbors still use theirs. So.
So this must be the milk house down here.
Yep, we got the water spigot there and the hose. Got a
I
wheel
like how
burner.
you have the kind of the runoff from the on the brick. And so what goes on down here is this where the cows are? Or,
Yep, that's where
no?
cows would be.
I like all the fencing you put in leading up to the barn and the gates.
Thank you. Those are tractor fab gates. They're real nice.
I like how you bend them up. Sometimes you see them, everything looks new and pristine, and we know that, especially with cows, that they don't stay.
No, they
looking
don't stay
way
like
too
that
long.
very long.
Well, we'll come around to the other side of the barn to the cattle. We can see them coming out of the basement part of the barn, and get the bale ring there.
Yep, that's a 3D printed too.
So what do you do to kind of get the area where the cows have walked in the mud and the dirt and see all their footprint?
That was a kind of a bit of an experiment. The first time I tried, I mixed some plaster and some dirt and some brown paint. Didn't work out real well, so I actually tried some realistic water, some brown paint, and a little bit of dirt, and it worked out pretty well. That's what that is.
Looks great. And we come over here to this side where the manure gutter is to clean out the barn, and it looks
Yep.
like a very well used H&S spreader
Yeah,
sitting here.
looks like it's been used pretty well.
Oh, it's a very realistic part of the farm, and I love the laneway and the grass. And
Thank you.
so I always like to look in the trees and things in the background to see what's going on. Looks like we have some fawns maybe hiding up in here.
Yeah, we got a few deer.
And then looks like a wheel rake here.
Yep, that's Chris Steve did that. It's 3D printed. Nice little Gale wheel rake.
Is this an old time corn crib here?
Yep,
or-
that's an old corn crib.
Well, we'll loop around here to the farm shop, and looks like we got another Kilbros gravity wagon.
Yep, that's scratch built the top of that. The running gear's 3D printed.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Nice international disc.
Yep, that's Kenny out of South Carolina did that.
Looks great. Nice weathering on the grain bin.
Thank you.
So what do we have in the shed? Looks like a New
there's a
Holland
few-
speed grower.
Yep, we got a John Deere baler, and then there's a New Holland baler, and a Kenzie planter. Just a few things. Most of the equipment's out working or at the other farms. So
Now here's one of my favorite tractors. Got the white Field Boss.
yep, the white 285. It's customized that piece last year. That's been one of my favorite pieces.
Yeah, they always look great as an open station.
Yes, they do. They're nice tractors.
So what tractor do we have on the New Holland baler here?
That's a John Deere 4020. It's got a scratch-built 145 loader done by Josh Towson. He built the frame, and I did the cylinders and the hoses and all the detail work on the tractor. It came out great.
The New Holland Hayliner kick baler in there?
Yep, that's a Gordy baler. I customized up a little bit, changed a few things on it.
Then over here, looks like we've got a Glencoe chisel plow,
Yep,
soil
soil
saver.
Scratch-built that.
Now these beehives here.
Yes, they are. I'm a beekeeper, so I had to include
All right,
those.
that's good. They keep everything pollinated and growing.
Yep, that's right. Can't live
So
without bees.
I like your cinder block shop here.
Thank you. I always wanted to do a shop. Kind of wanted something a little bit different instead of just the normal metal siding. So I thought the brick was kind of a nice. In Ohio, you still see a lot of brick shops, a lot of brick buildings.
So we've got an IH88 series here. Is that a 5288?
So yep, that's 5288. Cut the side panels off of it and did a 3D printed engine. Got
Very
quite a
nice.
few details in that. And that was a piece that was kind of challenging, but it was something I wanted to do. So I thought it would be neat. Never seen anybody do one before.
Well, the shop looks great. I mean, that just I like the idea of the smaller farm, and showing. I think just as much work goes into this and picking the right equipment and
Right.
as the the big farms as well. Trash can and weed eater, John Deere lawnmower, parts cabinet.
Yep. Then actually, if you swing over around here, you can see there's a deer head hanging on the wall there.
All right. And we can see get a better look at the cinder block detail. Yep. So did you make this, or how did you decide on a cinder block building?
It's Plastruck cinder block. It's O scale.
Okay.
So works out pretty well. It's a little bit on the big side, but not too bad.
Then it looks like Farmel H.
Farmel M.
Farmel M. Okay.
That's another one of my pride and joys there. It's got a lot of work into that, a lot of time. That's cut the steering shaft, cut the axle housing. It's pretty much redid most of the tractor, and it really came out nice. I was real happy with it.
I like your bell wagon too.
Thank
the
you.
weathering.
Scratch built that out of wood and 3D printed running gear.
We can get a good look at the barn on this side from got the manure gutter down there again, and detailed windows. You can see all the hay stacked up inside the mow here. And then I like the weathered silo. Are they still using the silo on the farm? Or?
Yep, they sure are.
Then we've got the farmhouse. Some nice landscaping in the deck here.
Yep.
Complete with boots. And I also noticed there was a cat. I meant to mention that there in the barn.
Yep.
And then this is something I've never seen on display, but I really like the detail, and that's the burn barrel.
Yep, that's another that's an idea. My dad's a model railroader, so he came up with the idea of needed to do some lights and stuff like that on the display. So we came up with an idea of a burn barrel, and he put that together for me.
That's great. I just see so much stuff that I want to take home for my own display and use. And I mean, everybody's just stepping up the level of detail year after year. So, did you build the farmhouse, or is this a kit?
It's a kit. I changed it up a little bit, and extended the front porch on it, made it full length of the house, and then changed the way the back porch sat on it, and flipped it around, and put the deck on it. Did just some small details.
Well, we've got a question from Pierce about the porch, but looks like everybody's out for the summer with their dog and maybe getting some sun.
Yeah, well, that's Candy. His Mike Sevick would know how to PA. That's his piece on the display.
Well, it looks good, and I like all the landscaping up front with the flowers and the porch. And as we come back up here to the front where we started with the wheat field, I noticed you got a deer stand up in the tree.
Yep, we got the tree stand there. Came up with that idea. Never seen anybody do one before, so I thought that'd be something different.
That's good. That farmer knows best from Toy Talk would always call this a pet tree. You know, why is there one tree left in the field? But definitely a good place to put a tree stand. Well, congratulations on placing second. This is a really great display.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed learning a little bit about Ohio farming. And
thank you.
Thank you for sharing it here at the National, and we look forward to seeing what you build next.
Thank you.